You ever pack your bags, leave your village, and head to a big city with dreams of making it, only to realize the big city has no plans of making anything out of you? Well, that's how our guy Xuma starts his story. He shows up in Johannesburg like, "I'm here to work," and Joburg, without blinking, responds, "Cool. You can start by carrying a passbook everywhere, dodging the police, and maybe spitting blood in a mine. Welcome to the city."
Come on in.
Today, I'm reviewing a book that quietly broke ground. It was published in 1946, 2 years before apartheid officially reared its ugly head in South Africa. And yet, it saw it all coming. But I won't tell you the name just yet. Let's walk through the story first, shall we? Xuma, our main man, arrives in Johannesburg from the north, young, strong, fresh off the rural life and ready to work. He's quickly spotted by Leah, the fierce and generous Skokian queen of illegal homemade beer, and she takes him into her place in Malay camp. Now, Malay camp is what you'd call one of those neighborhoods. It's loud, crowded, black only, and completely ignored by city officials. Social amenities? Never heard of them. But what they lack in plumbing, they make up for in heart. Leah doesn't know this man, but because he's come from the village, she feeds him, gives him a place to sleep, and tries to hook him up with a job in her thriving black market brewery. But Xuma, who's still new to the game, politely declines. He wants a man's job. A real job, he says, is in the mines. Even after Leah says, "But the miners cough and spit blood and become weak and die," Xuma's like, "That's the one. That's what I want." Brother didn't know the city would chew him up before it tried to pay him. Let me introduce you to the people in Leah's place. Maisie bright, energetic, always smiling. She makes Xuma laugh even when he doesn't want to. Honestly, she's the sunshine in this story. Eliza, mysterious, beautiful, complicated. She loves Xuma but is also deeply obsessed with the life of the white man. The girl's heart is torn in 73 directions. Daddy, a drunk now, but once a respected man. He once took Leah in and cared for her before the bottle took over. Lena, a single mother working with Leah. Johannes, loud and arrogant when drunk, but soft and shy when sober. This guy is a walking metaphor for the city, confused, contradictory, and wounded. Ma Plank, a worker who sees it all and says very little. Now, about Eliza, Xuma's love interest. She's not easy to pin down. Sometimes she wants him. Sometimes she wants whiteness. White lifestyle, white houses, white dreams. She tells him she's mad with wanting the same things the white man has. Her love is like a light switch in a thunderstorm. Flickering, unreliable, but occasionally bright. It drives Xuma crazy and makes us all sit back and say, "Brother, maybe go with Maisie." But love doesn't make sense, especially in cities like this. And this city, Johannesburg, is brutal if you're black. You need a passbook to exist. You get stopped by police for walking while black. You live in neighborhoods nobody cares about. And if you try to sell beer like Leah, well, why is it wrong if Leah sells beer and right if a white person sells beer? Exactly. The laws weren't written to protect people like Leah, and Xuma learns this fast.
You gonna learn today.
He eventually gets his man's job in the mines, working under Paddy, a red-headed white man they call the Red One. Paddy, unlike most, sees Xuma as human first, and slowly, he teaches Xuma to see beyond survival, to see justice. But the world around Xuma keeps falling apart.
Here we go.
Daddy gets hit by a car and dies. Eliza leaves him, goes on a long train journey from which she will not return. And Leah, his rock, his protector, is finally caught and arrested, despite all the bribes she paid to keep the cops off her back. Once the major tree was cut, the birds had to leave. Leah's arrest scatters the household. Xuma is alone.
I'm all alone. There's no one here beside me.
This is when the story takes a turn. A collapse in the mines kills Johannes and a white man named Christian. That's when something awakens in Xuma. Enough is enough. Along with Paddy, Xuma leads a protest. No more silent suffering. No more work until the problems underground are fixed. But of course, management sends in the police to shut them up. And as the city sleeps, one by one the lights of Malay camp were turned out. Only shadows moved everywhere. This is Mind Boy by Peter Abrahams, a novel published in 1946 that shook the literary world. Not with loud declarations, but with a simple, raw, emotional story of one young man trying to survive, love, and live under a racist regime. What struck me most was how Mind Boy made the political personal. Peter Abrahams didn't give us lectures. He gave us people. Through Leah's generosity, Eliza's torment, and Xuma's heartbreak, we feel what apartheid did long before it got a name. The writing is plain and unpretentious, but don't mistake that for weakness. The simplicity allows the emotions to bleed through. Fear, frustration, love, and rage. And even with all the injustice, Abrahams doesn't turn this into a hate fest. There are good white characters like Paddy, and there are awful black ones like the police informants. What he's saying is clear. Man first. It's about dignity before race. Humanity before power. Xuma's journey isn't just physical, from village to city. It's psychological. From naivety to awareness. From survival to resistance. And Eliza, oh Eliza, she represents what colonization does to the mind. She wants what the white man has because the world has told her that's what's worth wanting. She's not evil. She's wounded, and loving Xuma is her attempt at healing, but she can't fully accept him without rejecting herself. Peter Abrahams was born in 1919 in Vredendorp, a suburb of Johannesburg. He left South Africa at just 20 and eventually settled in Jamaica, but his homeland never left him. Mind Boy was his breakout work, and it became the first widely read South African novel written by a black author. He went on to write more, but this book remains his most iconic because it said what needed to be said, quietly and powerfully, when very few were listening. This was my first Black South African novel, and honestly, it left a mark. If you're interested in African literature, stories of race, love, and resistance, or you just want to meet unforgettable characters like Leah, Eliza, and Xuma, read Mind Boy. It's not just history, it's still happening, in different ways, in different cities. Thanks for watching. If you've read this book or plan to, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Until next time, read deeply, feel freely, and always question the way things are. Hey, thanks so much for hanging out with me today. If you're interested in diving deeper into this book, I've left some links down in the description. You can use it to grab yourself a copy and keep the adventure going. And if you're in the mood for more great reads, don't go just yet. Click on one of the videos popping up right now that I think you'll love. And don't forget to give this review a like, leave a comment, or even subscribe if you'd like to see more. Every bit of support helps us grow this little community of book lovers. See you in the next one.